In today's video, we're talking about why I'll never stop collecting Pokemon cards and why I don't think you should either. If you're new to the channel, what's up? I'm Jonathan, and this is a place where Pokemon card collectors and investors come to hang out, learn more about the hobby, and make smarter collecting decisions. If that sounds interesting to you, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you along the journey with me so we can learn and grow together. For me, as a kid growing up in the 90s, it all started back in Christmas of 1998 when my grandparents gifted me my very first Game Boy in Atomic Purple along with a copy of Pokemon Red. And just like that, I was hooked. I can remember watching Pokemon the first movie in theaters, later on watching it again and again on VHS and getting to collect some of those sweet promo cards. What's insane is I can remember trading cards with my classmates as early as first grade. So safe to say that Pokemon had a huge impact on me as a kid, as I'm sure it did with many of you as well. And just like that, life pushed and pulled me in all sorts of directions, from school to work, becoming an adult. And even though I was changing, and I still am, there's something about Pokemon that has always stayed the same and has never changed. And recently what I've realized is this hobby and this community, it's about so much more than just collecting cards or watching green arrows on a chart shoot up to the moon. As a teenager, I still dabbled in Pokemon collecting every now and then, but it mainly happened whenever I was just passing through Walmart on my way to or from work, and I would grab a few packs, open them up, and then just put them away. And what's wild is back then I thought that time was going by fast, but looking back now that I'm older, it just feels like time is flying by more and more every day. And I know that as you get older, people are often encouraged to focus on your education, getting a better education, getting a good job, making sure your bills are paid on time, and overall just increasing in responsibility. And at the heart of it, I think those are good things, and back then, that's what I turned all of my time and attention to. And it wasn't until almost a decade later when Pokemon came back up in life, when I was working as a mortgage loan originator, and a new guy came onto our team. We're about the same age, and we stumbled on the topic of Pokemon. And just like that, that one question brought everything flooding back, all the joy, the memories, and the magic of Pokemon that I'd gotten to experience in my life. We ended up talking about our favorite sets and the cards that we grew up with. A few weeks later, he offered to sell me his sealed Pokemon collection because he was trying to raise funds for a new hobby, and I bought it all. And for me, that was a turning point because it wasn't just about nostalgia anymore. At that point, I had no idea that people were collecting sealed Pokemon products. So I started to learn more and more about sealed collecting, the long-term values, and how some people treated these products like an asset class. And for me, coming from the world of finance where most people talked about retirement accounts and real estate, the idea of collectibles as an investment, it completely blew my mind. But the more I reflected on it, the more I realized that collecting Pokemon isn't just about pulling the hits or watching your portfolio climb up in value. I realized that I still stand by a lot of the values that Pokemon taught me as a kid. I'm talking about things like the importance of friendship and community, striving for excellence and giving life your best, and not giving up, especially when life gets tough. And these days, there's so much noise in the Pokemon community. You hear people talk on and on about scalpers, flippers, hype cycles, market crashes, and a lot of people are saying that the hobby is just not what it used to be. And others criticize adults for investing in something that was meant for kids. And here's what they don't understand. For the real collectors, it was never just about the money. The most rewarding part about the hobby isn't pulling some rare chase card or finally selling a booster box that you've held on to for a bunch of years and finally made some profit on, but it's seeing a kid open up a booster pack for the first time. It's remembering what it felt like to experience the magic of Pokemon and realizing that those values we learned from Pokemon as kids, like friendship, curiosity, and perseverance, they still matter now, and maybe they matter now more than they ever did. The truth is, Pokemon could crash tomorrow, and just like with any collectible, everything could go to zero really quick. I don't think that really matters for me. I don't think there's a world where I ever regret getting involved in Pokemon. But if I'm being honest, I don't think Pokemon is going anywhere. I'm more bullish on Pokemon now than I ever have been, just getting an opportunity to reflect on the history and my own personal experience. Pokemon is the #1 media franchise in the world, and it's not just because they're good at selling cards. It's because they know how to connect deeply to the hearts and minds of millions. From the anime, the games, the movies, the cards, so much more. It's all built around the same idea, which is there's something in Pokemon for everyone. Whether you're a kid learning to count damage or you're an adult stashing away booster boxes for your sealed collection, Pokemon taps into something so much deeper than I think people even realize. It's that sense of wonder, discovery, and belonging. If you're still collecting or even thinking about getting back into it, I just want to say to you, you're not alone, and that this hobby is for all of us. And if you've ever felt like you have to explain it or justify it, you don't. Because Pokemon, it's not just something that we collect. It's become a part of us. It's something that we carry with us. It's in our culture and it's in our values. So yeah, I'll never stop collecting Pokemon cards. And maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't either. And if you'd like to hang out, learn more about the hobby, and make smarter decisions with your collection, subscribe to the channel and check out the next video right here.